Ooh, hello there, my fellow Scars. Good times with Scar here, and welcome back to ScarWorld, where we built our beautiful modern houses. And in today's episode, we're preparing for our new build by building a beautiful modern city tunnel. So let's get this episode underway. All right, and welcome back to ScarWorld. And of course, in our last series on this world, we built our s'more house right in front of you here. As you can see, we got it all ready to go. And of course, our brand new street running across here. Now, when I'm planning out my new houses, I've kind of plotted out where I want to build new things. So over in this plot, it's going to be another larger scale house like this one. And then just over the corner here, right down there, right where Bob is, we're going to build kind of a medium-sized house. But my plans are to try to build a smaller scale house. And it's going to be over this hill in a brand new neighborhood. So what we're going to do today is build a beautiful modern city tunnel that'll lead us to our brand new neighborhood. So let's clear this hill and all of its trees away. And there we go. We have our hill completely removed and ready to go for our modern tunnel. Let's pull up our palette of materials and get right into it. So let's jump over here. And where we're going to start is right here with our andesite pillars and a boom and a bam like so. And as you can see, we're just going to start to bring these upwards to about 9 blocks. And you can start this wherever you want. You know, if you want to start it over here and just have a short tunnel or a long tunnel, whatever you want here. So this is 4, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Beautiful. And then we're going to go up to the top here, add a couple little caps, sneak down here, add one additional one. And then from the back, we're just going to add a nice little row of our hardened clay. Looking good. So one little extra detail that we will add more of eventually is we'll just cut in here and add some extra little details. So just adds a little more character to the design and it doesn't have repetitive textures. All right. And then we'll just bring this up to about 3 blocks like so. And then we're just going to boom, bam. And let's see. Let's cut that in like that. And I think I'm going to go like that. There we go. Wonderful. All right. Now we're going to jump over here. And from this block right here, we're going to go, let's see, let's bring this up to about 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. And then from here, now we're just going to start to work up this little pattern like that. So as you can see, we went out 1 block, up 1 block, out 1 block. And now from here, we're going to bring this out 3 blocks. There we go. And now from this block inward here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. Look at that. That's starting to come out pretty cool. And now just to make sure everything's lined up, I'm just going to run this temporarily here and then put that like that just to make sure everything's lined up and up to code. So on this side over here, I'm going to replicate what we did over here onto this side. And there we go. We replicated that just like we did on that side. And now let's jump over here and we're going to start to add some more detail. Try to get this thing looking good here. So we're just going to add some little stairs on the bottom like so. And I think I'm going to bring that up to about 3. So we're just trying to create as much of an arch feel to it as possible. Kind of using a mixture of stairs and half slabs, as you can see, to kind of achieve what we're trying to make. And I think this will work out. So from the top here, what we're going to do is we're going to start, let me see. This is a bit of a tricky part is to try to figure out how to properly do this. I think I've got it. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to start right here. We're just going to add blocks going along this angle like so. So let me jump over here and do the same along here. As you can see, just bringing that pattern straight up like that. And then let's see, we want to start to angle it, if you will. So maybe something like this. See how we kind of brought that around like that? So what we can do now is kind of sneak in if we can. This is just a gamble, my friends. This is just a gamble. Try to put that like that. And as you can see, once we kind of replace a lot of this andesite with a mixture of other textures, these blocks won't look so awkward attached there. But I think we may be getting somewhere. Let's just start adding a couple extra little blocks here and there. Let's do something like that. There we go. And then I'm just going to sneak over here, do the same. All right, there we go. Yeah, it's just kind of a little give or take here and there, just trying to find the right balance for everything, trying to stick everything in the right spots. But I think we may be getting somewhere. Look at this. Look at the gradual little bit of an arch we're getting. And I'm actually liking that. So then we're going to stick this block right about there and stick that in there for good measure. And I'm going to come up to the top and I'm going to place one of those right there. And I'm going to place one on either end. And I think I'm going to push this all the way forward. There we go. And look at that. That's looking really great. And now this backside could use some definite attention. So let's just add a couple blocks back here so this section of here doesn't feel too lonely. There we go. And yeah, I think there's some work here and there we can, add a little modifications here or there. But for the most part, I'm liking that. Now, what we're going to do now is we're just going to jump over here and just start replacing a couple of the blocks, like one right there, maybe 2 of them like that. As you can see how we're just adding a little bit more character to the design. So it's not all just andesite blocks. and it just really mixes up the textures, and I think that comes out really nice. And we'll come back over here, we'll cut that one out there, fill this in over there, boom, da, bam, there we go, looking good so far. There we go. So yeah, let me kind of play with this a little bit, and I'll see you in just 1 minute. All right, and welcome back. And as you can see, this thing is taking shape here in our future hillside. And as you can see in the interior wise, we have worked on getting some dimensions set up. So let's move over here and take a look. So back in this little corner of our pillar, I did add an additional row. So just from the ground up, I just brought it up to match the outside of our side pillar, as you can see. It just kind of cleans everything up and makes it look a little bit more symmetrical. All right, so let's grab out our stone here. And as you can see, we're going to connect this block there, just like we did over there, right about here, right between the column and our arch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're just going to move over here to make sure I counted this out. I believe it is 8. So that's 8 blocks. And then just work it all the way down to the ground. Beautiful. And then, of course, repeat that 2 more times, just like we did over there. All right, so let's sneak over here, and we're just going to start to kind of, this is the exact same size we did over there. So I'm just going to kind of fill this in a little bit, just see how this works out. So I was trying to think of a backdrop for this design that I want. I went through a couple different design phases, and I think this is the one. I think this is the one. So we'll jump over there. All right, as you can see, we have our hardened clay installed, and there's Bob the Creeper Building Inspector, keeping an eye on us as always, my friends, keeping an eye. All right, so as you can see, we've got that pretty well set up. Now we're going to take out our house slabs, and we're going to start to connect them here. And we're just going to kind of bring them up to like that. There we go, looking good, looking good. And you might be wondering, Scar, I noticed those connections there are not natural. That's right, because most of the time when you use smooth stone half slabs, you're going to get something like this with that band across there. But I just took that band out in my texture pack, so it just cleans it up and makes it look much, much nicer. There we go. And of course you can download that. All right, there we go. And put that like that. And okay, it's decent, but I think we can improve upon this. Let's cut those off like so. Let's just redo this just ever so slightly. Let's do something like this. There we go. Cut those in like that, and boom, and bam, like that. There we go. That looks much nicer, a lot cleaner. I like it. Okay. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna head over to this column. I'm just gonna add a block right there, and I'm just gonna add another block like that. There we go. And then from there, my friends, we can start working up a little archway across there. But till then, we're going to work on a roof line. So I'm going to jump in my inventory here, and I'm going to grab out quartz. Now I'm going to use quartz for our ceiling just to give it a little extra contrasting color, and I think this will look really nice. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to start bringing these blocks like this. So we're just going to start connecting them along here like that. There we go. And then bring them down like so. Once we get it down there we go. And we can start working this all the way across. Now, one thing we're going to do is just remove that block like so, and then connect these along there like that. And I think this will look really nice. One thing we're going to do is we're going to probably add another row of, this block is really frustrating. There we go. We're going to add another row of these on top so that there's a weird light leak that we'll get through these blocks. I'll show you that once we actually have the entire roof installed. And yeah, so I'm just going to bring this outwards. And if you are building this along with me, and you just bring it out as however far you need it. This is modular. So as you can see, these little sections, if you want 1, if you want 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as many as you want. And then if you want, you could replicate the same archway on the back side. So yeah, let me finish this, and I'll catch you in just a minute. All right, and welcome back. And look at that beautiful sunrise above the s'more house. And there's Bob, the Creeper Building Inspector, keeping an eye on us. Look at the cat defense force down there watching him. All right, so let's head on back to our tunnel. And as you can see, things are progressing well. So like we talked about, these are little modular sections, and we can just add as many as we want. And of course, you know, if you want to do 1 or 2 and even 3 or 4, 5, 6, and of course we just add the roof according. And then down at the end, once you reach your final destination, when you've added your last module on its pole that goes up like this pole, we just add our arch that we did in the front, and we got that all set up and ready to go. So now what we need to work on is something to kind of make the ceiling look a little nicer. And this is kind of a trial and error process, is to kind of break through and just try to kind of build up your sections like this and just try to find something that looks decent within this design. So from this kind of knocking out the little blocks here and there, I think we can kind of work out something that could look nice. So let's just kind of add some extra blocks here and there, and then we can start to apply some of these blocks like that. There we go. Put some like that. Beautiful. And then let's see, let's do something like that. and cut in there like that. Awesome. There we go. So that's a far off shot. As you can see, that's kind of, yeah, I like that a lot actually. And what we could do now is we can jump up here and let's just add a block like that. Ooh, I kind of like that space, but I don't know. What do you guys like that space in there? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if I like that. But I got a couple ideas. Let's just kind of work with it, see where we can land with it. Let's take out our chiseled stone, go like that. There we go. Boom. And you guessed it. Bam. I like that. I like that. There's that space at the center. It's kind of give or take if I like that or not. What can we do? What can we do? I don't know. I guess we could probably just put that down like that. I don't know. I guess you could just play with it yourself, kind of figure out what you want to do for your design. We could even just bring this up a little bit in case we brought this down too far. We don't want it to look too low. I think that's the design, my friends. I think that's what we're going to go with, and we're going to continue that all the way down the row here. So let me get a look at that. Yeah, I like that. So give me 1 second. Let me complete this design on all the other little arches and complete the road, and I'll be right back. And there we go. We have our modern city tunnel all completed and ready to go. And we've got our road and our gutters, our sidewalks, and our lighting all installed. Let's take a quick look at how this all came out from the outside. And as you can see, we've got our cool little pillars and our archway looking ever so beautiful. Now you might be wondering, Scar, what is the tunnel going through? It's just going through the air. Well, we're going to add a beautiful hill on top of there on Twitch. So definitely follow the link in the description over to my Twitch channel, and you'll be notified when I go live if you follow. And yeah, so this came out pretty nice, I think. And of course, like I said, on Twitch, we're going to work on adding the roadways out to our new land. And yeah, so until next time, my friends, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the videos are rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later. It's about there. Awesome. Wonderful. Okay, so now I'm going to jump over here, and I'm going to take out a stone slab. Now this is more kind of, directed towards at this house, but if you have any little pathways